Cannabis projects, fireworks, Christmas trees, tow trucks, water rates, and more. Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California, just trying to keep the community informed and local government as honest and transparent as possible. If you like what I do here, please subscribe to this channel and share these videos to help get the information out to as many people as possible. This is going to be a quick recap of the City Council regular meeting that was held on November 17th, 2020. Council members Baptista, Garcia, Aguilar, and Kang were present either in the chamber or by phone. Mayor Samra was absent. Under closed session announcements, there was nothing reported out about the litigation against Foster Farms by the animal rights activist group. Supervisor Rodrigo Espinoza announcements and reports. There was no report by Rodrigo Espinoza. We get to staff announcements and reports. The Public Works Department talked about closing the bathrooms and the parking lots because of the COVID-19 situation. Police Chief Soria talked about the upcoming Citizens Academy and the fireworks problem that we're having in the city, which in his opinion is definitely getting out of hand. And he also talked the investigation into the recent shootings. The Recreation Department talked about the upcoming lighted Christmas parade, a list of approved activities that had been approved by the Recreation Commission, the goal of the Court of Trees to get at least 70 trees, and a grant application for a very large grant for recreation activities. The city manager reported about an investment group that was putting in a cannabis project on Bird Street, and that there was another investment group project on the horizon which might include a Chick-fil-A, among other things. Skipping down to citizens' comments, one of the public comments was about the possibility of repurposing the Masonic Hall as veterans housing. Another comment had to do with illegal fireworks disturbing and causing a lot of problems within the city. Skipping down to the discussion and potential action items, item number 8, redoing the water, garbage, and sewer rate study. The city manager stated that they would be looking at 3 different rate options to present to the council in the future. And the city attorney brought up that this item was not about raising the rates actually this evening. It was about getting the consultant started on updating the information to be presented to the council in the future. The resolution passed 3-1 with Councilmember Kang voting no. Item number 9, extending the contract for the building department contract services. This was passed 4-0. Moving down to item number 10, the audio-visual upgrades, this was also passed 4-0. Moving on to item 11, conducting council meetings physically closed to the public. This was an item that the Mayor Pro Tem wanted on the agenda. The city manager talked about how the city was currently in the purple stage now, and that maybe we should limit the number of people in the chambers to 12. The Mayor Pro Tem stated that he wanted to close it to the public entirely, whereas Councilmember Baptista stated she would like to give the public an option. Her view was that some people, it was more powerful for them to have a voice actually in the chamber itself, and that people ought to have that choice. Councilmember Aguilar seemed to tilt towards closing the meetings in entirety to the public, whereas Councilmember Baptista argued that closing the chambers to the public would be sending the wrong message. Mayor Pro Tem Garcia asked if the agenda could be modified that evening so that they could actually take a vote on the item that night. However, after further discussion that it was a discussion item at this point in time, it was moved forward for a future meeting. Item 12, about the towing service regulations ordinance. This was also another agenda item that was put on at the request of the Mayor Pro Tem From what I could gather, it was about drafting an ordinance that limited the number of towing companies in Livingston. There is a draft ordinance based on one already in use in Turlock. My understanding of the discussion to staff was to continue working on the draft, but not at the expense of higher priorities within the city. We could expect to see this again sometime in the future. Please leave your comments or any questions you might have in the section below this video. If you're subscribed to the channel already, you might want to check and make sure you're still subscribed so you're notified whenever a new video goes live. And subscribe if you're new. Until next time, this is the gardening snail of Livingston, California, because not every critter is hiding under a rock.